This video seeks to answer the question, can you replace just one string on a cellular blind like this? This is a Bali blind, probably about 15 years old. I do understand that the recommended process is to replace all of the strings, of which there are 6 on these bottom-up, top-down blinds. However, my neighbor has been kind enough to give me a very short quantity of string for this blind, and it's not enough to restring the whole thing. I would have to wait a week or so to get all of the pieces in to do the whole blind, and I use this blind quite a bit. It's looking out the front of the house. I open it at night to check things are okay. I look in the day when cars pull up and so forth. So one string is broken. You can see the broken string here. Is it possible to replace just one string, not all 6? I'm going to try to find out, and I'm hoping when I remove the top rail, I'll get the answer to my question without investing more than, say, 15 minutes. Let's see how it goes. I've left a little slack between the main body of the blind and the top. My hope is that when I take off this holding screw on the head rail, I'll be able to see if this is a doable project. Let's see what happens. Luckily, the broken string is on the side near the control unit, as opposed to having to be slid through the entire head rail. I think this is doable, and let's take a look and see if it works. I'm going to slide this bottom rail off. Revealing 1, but not 2 strings. Let's see the other ones, see how they look. I have 1 in as well. Okay. Let's stop and think. So I figured the top down is anchored on this frame, and the broken one, the bottom up, runs through here. There is our broken string. Let's take a look if we can replace this. Not going to get any worse anyway. Now I've taken a good length of string, 2.5 times the size of the window, and have this wire pulling tool. Let's see if we can pull it through. Inserting the tool. Let's give that a pull and see what happens. So far, so good. The next challenge will be working this through this hole and through the adjusting stop for pulling up and down. And if we do that, I think we can accomplish this repair. Let's see how it goes. The replacement string seems to feed fairly easily down through there. And here it comes out the other side. So our next challenge will be putting it through this final period. And if we're able to do that, I think we can do a 1-string repair. Working from memory, I think this is a 2-part process where we pull the string through the back of this doodad, and then later pull it through the front. Let's see how it works. Step 1 seems to be complete. Let's take a look at step 2. So we've worked the wire tool through the front of this adjustment guide, and we're going to pull that wire through, and hopefully memory serves right, and this will be the goal we're attempting to reach. Here comes the string out. So far, so very good. In theory, we're close to finish. Now we're going to try to slide the bottom rail back on. Bottom rail slid on, replacing the end caps. Take a look at the top rail. See if we can slide that baby back together. Looking pretty good. Then replace the end caps on the top rail. Replacing the end caps. And we won't forget that set screw on the other end. Then flipping it over to put in the set screw. As you get old, you get a little more shaky, but still able to do some of these repairs. Nice and snug. And we get to test and see if this baby works. So far, things are looking good. We just have to reintegrate this new string in this single pull point and then check our function. This just unscrews, if you're strong, revealing the knotted strings. I'm going to get on a chair, work that through, and tie it up. Now I think there's some danger in making these too short, so I'm going to use that little wire pull tool to pull the new string through to create the knot, which will give equal pressure on these things. There it goes. We are through. Certainly gave myself a lot of extra string here. And then we're going to knot this at the same point to create the same element of pressure on all three of these. And then we can test and see if we have a successful project. There's a bit more volume in this connector, so I trimmed the bottom string a little bit. Let's see if we can put it together now. Looks like we got it. And soon we'll be ready to test. Let's adjust our bottom up. Oops. Fully functional. And here comes the true test of the repair. Can we raise this? Ooh, that's pretty. Give it one more try. And adjust it a little bit so I can see out front. Bring that baby up. Looking good. The one tool I think you really do need is this wire pull tool. My neighbor purchased this from fixmyblind.com. You could probably also use a very fine gauge wire or perhaps a guitar string to serve in the same way. A successful but temporary repair. I have 5 of these blinds in the house. About 5 years ago, I had to restring them all. When one started breaking, they all started breaking. So I'm going to order more of this 1.2 millimeter cord so that I'm ready for when they break. But when that does happen, I should have all the supplies in store and ready to go to fix the blinds. But as of now, it's true, you can do a single cord blind repair. Success, probably about 15 minutes of work, probably another 15 or 20 doing the videotape, but that is my service to you, and hopefully this helps you out. Thanks so much for watching.